story the Labour Party has described as mischievous predictions that its presidential candidate of the 2023 elections, Peter Obi, will soon be arrested. Over the weekend, reports of prophecies foretelling Peter Obi's arrest by authorities ahead of the Supreme Court hearing began circulating online. One of the prophecies was by Prophet David Elijah, the Lagos-based pastor who claimed that he saw Peter Obi under house arrest. Well, in a video on his YouTube page, the cleric called on the obedience to pray for their candidate not to be detained. Another prophecy trending was by the spiritual leader of the Christ House of Prayer Deliverance Ministry, Pastor Elijah Bamidele. He said he saw in his revelation that Peter Obi was arrested, handcuffed and detained in DSS custody. He called it a gang-up and asked Peter Obi to be careful so that his case will not be worse than that of Nnamdi Kanu. Over to you. You know, of course, Labour Party has responded. Yeah. They call it, outrageous, and that, people shouldn't pay no mind, and that Peter Obi is not a violent person, and that why should, they arrest him. Over to you.
Well, this is not the first, and I don't think it will be the last, especially when we have contentious issues, and especially when it comes to electioneering and, who would emerge. Right from time we've had prophets come out. Before this last election, there was a famous trending video, and I'm sure we talked about it here, where one pastor, who is now in police custody, by the way, I don't know if he's been released because he was accused of rape, had said that President Tinubu would be arrested on Inauguration Day, and whilst he was being, he would be handcuffed. I don't know if you remember that story. So we have heard stories like this, and unfortunately, what these kind of things, what it does is that it brings embarrassment to the cloth, which is meant to be sacred, which is meant to be honored and respected. And so when we have people whom you can't even trace their calling, you don't know who ordained them, you don't know what their history is, come out with. I'm not saying that they didn't see, but I'm saying that we've had so many, there's a proliferation of prophecies that it then makes it almost unbelievable to listen to. They are genuine prophets. And so unfortunately, what these men do is that they taint the office of the prophet. It's not everything that you see or you hear that you come out to say also, even as men or women of the cloth. I think that's important to also state. But in terms of political matters, we don't, Mr. Peter Obi, I'm glad that the Labour Party has come out to say that he's not a violent man. Yes. They are just going to seek redress in the higher court, and nothing should warrant his arrest. He's a law-abiding citizen. He has kept calm. In fact, all through the process, he must be commended for not just his conduct, but also what he has called on his followers to do, to maintain peace and order and to follow the rule of law. I think we should focus more on that than on these many prophecies that come up about, oh, you are going to die tomorrow, you are going to be arrested today. We've seen it in the past. We've seen how it played out, and we just look at it. The Bible says, by their fruits, you will know them.
Well said.